We gotta talk about this combat pack because oh buddy, there's been some talk. Then again, it's fighting games on the internet, so when isn't there talk? To give a quick recap, we recently got the announcement for Mortal Kombat 1 story expansion, Chaos Reigns. And with that, we got the reveal of Combat Pack 2 as well as animalities. So I have no real opinions on animalities, but I am praying to the elders that they make Scorpion an egg-laying penguin again. But let's talk about why we are actually here. The second combat pack was revealed, and it includes Lady Ketchup and Mustard, Edgy or Behind, Ghostface from Scary Movie, Arnold the Barbarian, and Liquid Metal Man from Terminator 2. Okay, so I'm gonna run down every character from this pack and explain how I feel about them as well as what I've seen from the general public. And also, you know, leave a like on this vid and comment how you feel about this pack and all of that good stuff, but let's get to talking. All right, keep in mind that everything that I have to say right now is coming from the perspective of a Mortal Kombat fan and not necessarily a Mortal Kombat 1 fan. So that's my disclaimer. Let's get to it. All right, so let's start off with Sector and Cyrax. So as I've said in the previous video, Sector has always been my favorite of the cyborg ninjas. So I was pretty happy that I get to play him again, but only this time he is a she in a bodysuit. Sector and Cyrax this time around have been gender swapped and they're fighting in Iron Man style or exosuits instead of being full-on cyborgs. Me personally, I really don't mind the change that much. I just want the gameplay to be fun, especially for Sector. And it's probably because I don't really care about MK lore all that much, so it is what it is to me. But looking at it from an outside perspective, I can definitely see why everyone's so pissed about it, and it has nothing to do with NRS being woke. I swear to the elders, I fucking hate that goddamn. But the problem comes from the lack of female characters in both combat packs. There are literally none in the first one. Zero. No women. All sausage party. I mean, without the grocery sex, but never mind. And the thing is, Mortal Kombat has some great female characters like Jade, playable Sonya, playable Frost, Cassie, Jackie. Well, from a gameplay perspective at least, because we ain't gonna talk about her personality. Scarlet and whoever else I can't remember. You know, she was another one, but whatever. And yo, bruh, it has to feel like a slap in the face to have all of these characters just straight up excluded and just take two existing male characters and just make them women. I'm sorry, this shit is kind of funny to me. I'm sorry. But what makes it even funnier is that we literally see Sector as a male in Sub-Zero's arcade ending, and he's literally creating the Cyber Lin Kuei. But like I said, I don't mind much, but I definitely feel y'all, cause holy shit. So as you can tell by the current lighting situation going on here, it has been some hours since the initial recording, and while editing, I noticed I forgot to mention one thing. People aren't only upset by the fact that Sector and Cyrax are women, they're upset by the fact that since they're women in bodysuits, it messes up their entire story of being people who were literally transformed into these cyborg ninjas. The backstory of wanting to become human again and everything is it just gets kind of thrown out the window. But I honestly do think that at some point in this story they are actually going to become full-on cyborgs and not just be people in bodysuits. But that's just a prediction. Anyway, back to the you know actual video. Holy hell, those NRS has gone woke videos are gonna come flooding in if they haven't already. Now, I was never the biggest fan of Noob, but I really do like his backstory. As we all know, initially he was killed by Scorpion and then resurrected by Quan Chi, so now he's a black-ass revenant who throws shadows and makes you throw up on his leg. But now this time around, it looks like Behind is undergoing some type of surgery unwillingly to become Noob Saibot at the hands of Havoc. Like, what the fuck is happening here? But okay, here's my question. If Behind's the Grandmaster of the Lin Kuei, and he's now Noob Saibot, and Kuai Liang is now Shiran Ryu, who the hell runs the Lin Kuei? Is it Dr. Sector? Like, how's this gonna work? But no, I haven't seen much talk about Noob outside of his appearance, which I'm not personally super hot on, but the MK3 Noob costume is there, so there's that. That should be fine. Okay, so I might be one of the only people on this platform who isn't upset about Ghostface's inclusion. And it's not even about the Scream movies. I don't give a fuck about the Scream movies. My history with Ghostface comes from Scary Movie and Terradrome. Now, I'ma need bro to say,
what's up?
At least during an in-round taunt or something, like it has to be there, right? Now in Terradrome, he had crazy fun combos, and a lot of his moveset consisted of sending other people dressed as Ghostface towards his opponents, which works because if you saw Scary Movie, you already know that there were multiple people dressed like, y'all already know how this goes. Y'all seen Scream, or at least seen people talking about Scream within the last week or so. There was someone in my comment section that said some shit like, what the hell can Ghostface do in Mortal Kombat? He's human. Brother, what is Johnny Cage in this game? I mean, aside from cheap as all living hell. What were Rambo and Joker in MK11? What the fuck is Stryker? Hell, being a human in the MK universe don't mean a good goddamn thing. Now, I know a lot of people wanted Michael Myers, but a while ago, Ed did state that they tried to get him, but the studio said no. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, he fits, he's perfect. Just put him in a fucking, let him put him in a fucking game. Now, the funny thing that comes to mind when it comes to Ghostface, imagine all of the people who are gonna be talking on the mic as Ghostface, talking hella shit mid-match. What's your favorite zoner? What's your favorite cameo? My dumbass, I am going to be playing this shit on stream, and I'm gonna be in this bitch like, I'm gonna slash you, gash you, cut another hole in your ass. I spill blood on the walls and play tennis with your balls. All right, so I'm gonna put these last two together because that's what most of the, you know, quote unquote hate comes from. Now, I am definitely of unk status, and I was definitely born in the 80s. The late 80s.
Fuck, you're old.
Now, Conan the Barbarian is definitely before my time and not a character I would have particularly chose myself, especially since Anu was already in MK11. However, I do understand the influence that this character has, even on modern day culture, especially being a former Killer Instinct player. How many characters have y'all seen that are muscular as hell, has a big ass sword, and is damn near naked?
Why is this nigga naked?
Yeah. He's exactly why. T-1000 is probably the most interesting choice here because it's like, how do you even hurt this man? He's literally liquid metal. But no, serious note, I was never the biggest fan of the Terminator movies. I mean, I thought they were cool, but it was never on some shit like, oh my God, I fucking love this movie. I'm more of a Rocky and Bloodsport type of unk, which is why whenever I played Johnny, I would use the Jean-Claude Van Damme skin. Now, the divide comes in due to the fact that there are several people who thoroughly believe that no one, and I mean absolutely no one, is interested in these characters and that no one from that generation even plays this game, which is clearly incorrect. A lot of hardcore Mortal Kombat fans actually did grow up in that era. This franchise is, you know, kind of widespread. Like, you know, a lot of people do play this game of all ages. And not to mention, there isn't necessarily a specific age group that exclusively plays this game. You just don't, you know, see them on the internet. But I guarantee you, if you go to Uncle Jimmy across the street and tell this man that T-1000 and Conan the Barbarian is in a Mortal Kombat game, I trust that he is going to flip his shit. Then there's the two arguments that guest characters do sell copies, and the other side saying that guest characters take slots for other Mortal Kombat characters to be in a roster. And to that I say, yeah, y'all argue about that one in the comment section. I ain't touching that shit. That's a whole other video in itself right there. But all in all, I don't hate this combat pack, but I definitely don't love it either. At least in this one, I had two characters that I actually want to try out instead of just one, like Takeda from KP1. But I will say, I really do hope the next combat pack is just full of Mortal Kombat characters. And don't get me wrong, because I definitely don't hate guest characters in the slightest. Hell, one of my favorite characters, well, one of my mains from MKX was Predator. Hell, two of my favorite characters from MK11 were Joker and fucking Rambo. But I think the problem with the way NRS does it is that they add a little bit too many too fast. We already at the second combat pack and we have 6 guest characters. I think that's the main issue, especially when you have this vast roster of characters you can choose from that people absolutely adore and will want to see playable in another Mortal Kombat game. And what makes it even even funnier is the fact that they're paying for all of these licenses, which are more than likely expensive as all live in hell, but there's still certain things missing from the game. Hell, personally, I'm still mad I can't choose what costume I want from the character select screen, and that I'm locked to whatever I customize unless I do shuffle favorites or whatever that was. But yeah, actually, I don't give a fuck if guest characters show up or not. I just want Cabal and Jade back, goddammit. Hell yeah, I'm selfish. Shit, I don't care. Just give me my 2 characters and I'm good. Anyway, here's another video, but let me know what y'all think in the comment section down below, and I'll see y'all next time. We out of here.